Okay, this is the statistics review packet. We did this review on Wednesday, and then Thursday we did a parallel review, so we'll talk about that in a minute. This between this and the review, that'll pretty much sum up everything you need for the quiz. All right, so if you just submit whatever you have and make sure you submit these two things, don't worry about every single thing if you understand what's going on. All right, after you watch this and practice a little, don't worry about the other old assignments. Because you don't, there's no reason to like do all these different things if you understand what's going on. All right, so these first three questions talk about a box and whisker plot, which kind of looks like this. All right. So the purpose of it is to see where the middle is. Okay. So this middle number is the median. Okay. This is the lowest number. This is the highest number. Okay. And then these are the quartiles. They're called quartiles. This is quarter three. This is quarter one. All right. Really, what it is the median is really quarter two. Okay. So you put the numbers in order, and then you find the halfway point is the median, and then the quartile is the halfway point. Like, for example, one, two, three, four. How should we do this? 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the median, one, two, three numbers on that side, one, two, three numbers on that side. The median would be 4. And then now there's one of those, so that becomes neutral. So now you find the quartile is the median of the first half and the median of the second half. Okay. So that would be the lowest numbers 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Now, lucky for us, the calculator can do all of this stuff. All right. Now, the outlier is a number that is so far out there that it doesn't fit with the rest of the data. Okay. So you have to do, and the calculator does this for us, but you have to find the IQR, which is the inner quartile range. So that's quarter three minus quarter one. All right. And then you multiply that number by 1.5. Okay. And then you add it to the first number and subtract it from the second number. Okay. So we'll talk about that in a second. All right. But let me show you how to put this in the calculator. All right. You open a table by hitting that plus sign. All right. You open a table and then you type in all these numbers. That's the biggest time consuming part of any of this. Okay. 10, 8, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 22. All right. Now, the table is called X1. All right. So that's important because if you delete the table and open a new table, it'll be called X2, and then none of this will make sense. All right. You go to functions here on the right side, functions, then go to stats. All right. And then median, and then you got to tell it X1. All right. And then, so the median is 9. Okay. Then you could tell it quartile. All right. But now you got to tell it which quartile. So you hit comma 1. So that number means the first quartile. All right. So we'll do it again. Quartile X1 for the data. We're calling it X1 every time because the graph is called X1. Okay. X1 comma 3 for the third quartile. All right. Now, just because we're going to save all this stuff, you could say min, and it'll give you the lowest number. And max, it'll give you the highest number. Now, in order to do this by hand, you have to put all the numbers in order. So sometimes they're not in order, then you have to put them in order. Okay? All right, so we got, now, you can highlight this and put them in order. Okay? So median, I'm going to drag down here. Okay. Quartile 3 is below the median. The minimum is up at the top. minimum, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, max. All right, I want to put them in order. You don't have to, but, you know, it just kind of makes a little more sense that way. All right, so there's my 5 numbers. 4, 6, 9, 11, 22. Okay. Now, the calculator will do this for you, but let me show you this IQR. So you take 11 minus 6, the 2 quartiles, so that's 5. Okay. Then you multiply by 1.5, so that's 7.5. Okay. And then you subtract the quartiles. So let me get rid of some of this stuff. Okay. You subtract on the low end and add to the high end. All right, so I got 18.5, and then I got negative 1.5. All right, so what I'm asking myself is there a number lower than negative 1.5? The lowest number is 4, so no. Now, 18.5, is there a number bigger than 18.5? Yes, 22. Okay, so that's how you do that, but the calculator will do it for you. If you go functions, you go to this distribute, D-I-S-T, box plot, and then you type in X1 again. All right, and then make sure this exclude outliers, make sure that's checked. Okay, you might want to hit pause because I know I'm kind of going fast. So when you're watching this, you know, hit pause as you need to. All right, so now what happens is the graph pops up. Okay, but that circle, all right, that circle on the right, that's the outlier. So when you click on it, 22 comma 1. The 1 just means you're 1 above the 0. So, but the X number is what you want, 22. Okay, so the outlier is 22. That's it. All right, now, that would be a huge pain in the butt and not worth it. All right, but we could save what we just did. All right, so hit that login button at the top on the right. Okay, now your Bremen login is a Google. So Google login. All right, your iPad might remember that, you know, you are who you are. All right, now you click on this untitled and you call it box and whisker. Okay, I already saved it, so I'm not going to. Okay, and then if you hit these 3 little bars, it'll be there, box and whisker. Okay, now if you clear all the numbers from the chart and then hit save, when you open it the next time, there'll be no numbers in there, so you don't have to erase. So when you do the next problem, just erase the chart and put new numbers in, and then it does it all. Okay. All right, that's 1, 2, 3. All right, so number four talks about like how a box and whisker plot works. Okay. Each piece of this graph is 25% of the data. That's why they're called quartiles. All right. So what's the lowest score? 50. What's the highest score? 92. Median is right in the middle, 72. What percentage scored lower than a 78? Okay. So 25, 25, 25, 78's right there. So 75%. Okay. That's box and whisker. Box and whisker uses the median. All right. Box and whisker uses the median. Okay. Now, let's do number 6. They went to the mean and the standard deviation. Okay. So open a blank one. Make another chart. Okay. 12, 11, 6, 31, 15, 0, 3. Oh, what happened? Let's try that again. Sorry about that. 12, 11, 6, 31. 11, 6, 31. 15, 0, 3. 8, 5. All right, now go to another window, functions, stats, mean, x1. Uh-oh, something's wrong. Oh, yeah, 10.11. All right. All right, now there's 2 standard deviations. You want the one with the P, standard deviation population. That's what that's called, population, 8.59. Okay. 595, you could have rounded to 8.6. All right, so that's how you do 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, now what do you do with standard deviation? Okay. What do you do with standard deviation? Number 12 talks about this mean curve. Okay. This mean curve, this is the number you need, or this is the chart you need. I posted this on Google Classroom. All right. So what this tells us is 68% of the people in a mean curve fit between 68% of the data fit between one standard deviation of each of the mean each way, one each way. So 68%. That's why in the middle here, 34 and 34. Okay. 95% fit between 2 standard deviations. That's where 13.5, 34, 34, 13.5. Then 99.7 means 100%, but except 0.3. So that's why there's 0.15 on one end and 0.15 on the other. Okay. So the questions look like this. What percentage 7.5 to 10.4? All right. I left this open because you're going to use that picture. This is 34, 13.5, 2.35, and then 0.15. Actually, let me put all these numbers in, and then all right, so now you want to add up the highlighted numbers. So 34 plus 13.5 plus 2.35, 49.85. Okay. What percentage, this is B, what percentage of babies weighed between 6'6 and 7'5"? 6'6 to 7'5", 34. Okay. What percentage of babies weighed 4.8 to 6'6"? 4.8 to 6'6". You add up 2.35 plus 12.5. And you get 15.85. Okay. What percentage of babies 5'7 to 8'4"? 5'7 all the way to 8'4". Okay. So 34 plus 34 plus 13.5 is 81.5. Okay. That was D. All right, E. If 350,000 babies are born, all right, how many babies will be born under 5'7"? Okay. Oh, not that one. Under 5'7". That's these 2 boxes. So 0.15 plus 2.35 is 2.5. All right. So I'm going to go to the calculator now. All right. And now it says 350,000 babies. So whatever the percentage that we figure out, you just multiply by 350,000. Okay. So times 2.5. Now, you could either change it to a decimal, or second 0 is the percent button. The calculator will do that for you. Okay. 8750. All right. That's pretty much a summation of what we've been working on. A mean graph and a box and whisker graph. Okay. All right. So the review, most of this is done on Desmos. Very little regular calculator. Okay. Oh, by the way, this mean one, all right, number 1 says find the mean, median, and mode. So mean and median, mean is the average, median is the middle number, mode is the most popular. The calculator doesn't do the mode, but you could add median to this one with mean so that the calculator will do both. Okay. So you put you hit save here and call this, you could call this mean, you could call this standard deviation, you could call this normal curve. These are all things that it's called. I have it saved as standard deviation. Okay, so you put the numbers in, the answer is B. All right, mean, there's always one mean, there's always one median. Now mode, that means most popular, so you could have 0 modes, you could have 1, you could have more than 1. Number 3. Number 3, you put it in your box and whisker. You get all the numbers, and then the number's 3. All right, 4, the outlier. So that's the one where you're going to, again, put it back into this one, and then use the graph to see if there's an outlier. All right, but if you just look at it, 5, 9, 5, 4, 6, 8, 6, 9, 4, 1, 5, 2, 5, 7, and then 0.09. All right, so that one is not even close to any of the other numbers. Okay. All right, find the range in the interquartile range. All right, so you use this graph. I guess we could do this one. 301, 208, 140, 230, 113, 345, 260. Okay. All right, so the range is max minus min. All right, and then the interquartile range is quarter 3 minus quarter 1. Okay. So 345 minus 113 is 232, and then 301 minus 140, 161. Number 6, find the mean and standard deviation. So you're going to go to your standard deviation one. Number 7, same thing. All right, number 8. All right, number 8. Find another measure of variation is variance, which is equal to that little symbol here. This is called standard deviation. So it's standard deviation squared. Okay. So my job is to, let's put these in, 4, 10, 10, 1, 2, 12. Okay. So standard deviation is 4.3. Okay. So it's not these, because those are 4.7. All right, and then you take 4.3 and you square it. Okay. So that would be B. Okay. Number 9. All right. What percentage of people fit between right here in the middle? That's 68. Okay. Where does that come from? 34 plus 34 right in the middle. Okay. 10, 95% of the data falls within 2 standard deviations. So they're talking about this right here where it says 95 at the top of the picture. Okay. 95 fits in 2 standard deviations, but that's only if the graph is a normal. If it's not normal, then that does not apply. That's why the answer is sometimes. Okay. All right, number 11, you are pretending to put the numbers in this picture here on the right, but we don't have a picture. Okay. So the mean is 57, standard deviation is 4.5. So you add 4.5, add 4.5 again, subtract 4.5, subtract 4.5 again. All right, and then it says, find the values that are 2 standard deviations from the mean. So 1, 2 one way, 1, 2 the other, mean's right in the middle, 48 to 66. Okay. All right. We want to go from 55 to 63. The mean is 59 with a standard deviation of 2. Okay. So 59, add 2, 61, add 2, 63. Okay. Subtract 2, 57, subtract 2, 55. All right, so we want to go from 55 to 63 cookies. Okay. Now go to your picture to the right. Okay. From the mean, 1, 2 jumps. From the other mean, 1, 2. So we're going to add up 13.5 plus 34 plus 34 plus 13.5. You get 95. That number is also at the top. Okay. 13. Mean of 76, standard deviation of 8. So 76, 84, 92, 100. Okay. 68, 60, 52. I added 8 and subtracted 8. Now the question says, what percent of the scores are greater than 84? Okay. So that is 13.5 plus 2.35 plus 0.15, 16. Okay. All right, grocery store will only accept onions that are at least 3.25. Okay. The mean is 3.5, so it goes right in the middle. All right, and then the standard deviation is 0.25. So add a quarter. You can keep going if you want, but you don't have to. Okay. So now we want 3.25 and more. Okay. Now, this big line in the middle is the mean, so it's half. That's 50%. So, and then we got to go 1 to the left. So 50 plus 34, 68. Okay. All right, 15. Build a box and whisker. So you could just sketch a box and whisker, put it in the calculator, give me all the numbers, and then check for the outlier. In this case, the outlier is 105. All right, 16. Sketch a normal curve. My picture's terrible, but what's most important is you put 50 in the middle, all right, and then the standard deviation is 16. So 50 plus 16, 66, plus 16, 82, plus 16, 98. Go the other way. Subtract 16, 34. Subtract 16, subtract 16. That's all you have to do, okay? So do what you can, all right? If you're ready on Monday, we probably still won't take the test Monday. You could if you're ready. Maybe take it, Tuesday or Wednesday, or we'll see how much help you need. I know you're trying to keep up in all your classes. So just Monday, if you're back, if you can come back Monday, then just touch base with me and we'll just talk about when you could take the quiz. Don't worry about making up every assignment, but we got to get we got to get you to take the quiz, not necessarily Monday, but when you're ready. So yeah, keep me posted. All right, thanks.